If these walls could talk, boy, I'm telling you the stories they could tell you. These are the walls of Dubrovnik, and needless to say, that's where I find myself, in Dubrovnik, Croatia. And I'm going to take you on a tour of Dubrovnik, starting with these very walls here. The walls of Dubrovnik are a series of defensive stone walls surrounding the city of Dubrovnik in southern Croatia. With numerous additions and modifications throughout their history, they have been considered to be among the great fortification systems of the Middle Ages, as they were never breached by a hostile army during this time period. Look at that. In 1979, the old city of Dubrovnik, which includes a substantial portion of the old walls of Dubrovnik, joined UNESCO list of World Heritage Sites. So with that in mind, I'm going to take you for a tour. And as I do, you can see, as I pan up toward the top, there are individuals up there on the top of the wall. Now, I don't know how this compares to the Great Wall of China, as I've never been to the Great Wall of China. But nonetheless, these walls are quite impressive, to say the very, very least, and extremely historical. So we're going to go for a nice tour here, beginning with the entrance, the gate, if you will. And as I pan in, you can see the individual greeting you as you enter into the walls of the old city. It's a beautiful autumn day. Temperatures are well into the lower 70s, and I am going to bring you along and just give you a tour as if you were here yourself, taking this walk through this historic place here in Europe. Just beautiful. So somewhere we actually go in, and they charge an admission to go up and walk the walls. So I'm going to do just that. I'm going to take you for a walk through the walls of Dubrovnik. Look at that. All right, let's go find the entrance to the walls, or to the wall, I should say. I believe you can actually walk the entire perimeter of the walls. Here's a tour group. I'm getting a tour. Give you an idea as to the height of these walls here. Look at this. And then if I come down, here is an actual map of the walls, and you can see the red right over there, as we are right there. So we're going to start and walk our way around the perimeter of the old town here in Dubrovnik. All right, before actually going up on top of the wall, I found a small little doorway that took me down into this courtyard here of the walls of Dubrovnik. And there is actually a little playground down here where locals and tourists alike, for that matter, can bring their kids to play on the swings. But look at this place. Fantastic. And let the tour of the wall of Dubrovnik begin. Costs 150 kuna, which is, you divide that by 6, and it's about $20 or something like that. But I'm sure it's going to be well worth it. So, take you up to the top here, and then begin our tour. I can actually show you the step back and show you the view as I walk along, going up to the top. That is a famous fountain that we're looking down on. And this would be the main street of Dubrovnik, right here. I'm sure you probably see a lot more people in the middle of the tourist season. But right now it's early November, and there are not as many tourists. I can see the large church over there, which I'm sure is probably the cathedral. So we'll find our way over there, I'm sure. So here is the wall. Look at this. Fantastic. And then the entrance to the wall also includes the entrance to that fortress just over there. So we'll bring you along for a visit to that as well. We're defending the old town. This would have been the view that you would have been looking out at, probably minus the majority, if not all of these buildings here. But look at this. As I walk along, it's tempting to be able to want to share the entire wall with you, but I realize that I think it's about 3 kilometers in length, and it may not be practical to share the entire trip around the wall of Dubrovnik with you, but nonetheless, I should be able to give you a really, really good idea as to what it's like here. You can see they're selling artwork here. Okay. Look at this. This looks like this goes up to a tower or something. Let's go check it out. And once to the top, you're greeted with unobstructed views, I was told. Look at this. The water here is just so beautiful. It really seems at every turn there is just another spectacular view. Look at this. I'll show you looking down as well. Look at that. All right, let's continue on. Rounded a corner, and if I'm not mistaken, I found myself to the other side of the wall, facing the Adriatic. Well, I guess they're all facing the Adriatic in one way or another. For some people, it's just another day. For this person, it's laundry day. Laundry day in Dubrovnik. I bet that's some expensive real estate that those clothes are hanging on right now. And look at this little house here. Wonderful. This man lives in paradise. Look at this house. Is that something? He's selling stuff here. Do you speak English?
No.
No English? Italiano. Look at this. Beautiful. Okay. Paradise. All right, on with the tour. It's actually a restaurant, it looks like here, or a cafe. Look at this. Want to sit and have yourself a bite to eat or a nice little drink. Looks like a great spot to do it. Wonderful. They actually have a art shop here, handmade in Dubrovnik. Hello. Okay. I'm going to forego the refreshment and continue on with the tour. Although the ice cream looks really tempting. Can't help but to see this ice cream and think of the trip I took with Michelle over to Italy. I think it was last summer. And boy, we had to have gelato every day. Look at that. You can see walking is not the only way to see the walls of Dubrovnik. Look at that yacht. I bet they're having just a wonderful time. And then if I actually pan around over here, you've got folks in kayaks seeing the walls. Isn't that something? Around the corner I came across this, the forgotten historicist sculpture, and there's a exhibit going on, so I thought I'd just take a moment and peek inside. And interestingly enough, there's nobody in here, so I can just share it with you. Look at this. These are usually things you'd see up on the side of a building. Look at that. Wonderful. You know, I guess it goes without saying that, if you break it, you buy it. But I don't know if I could afford to buy any of these. Look at that. This was 1897. And perhaps this is the artist himself. All right, back to the wall. I think I would be remiss if I didn't take a moment and share some of the beautiful souvenirs that you can buy here in Dubrovnik. And there. I'm sorry?
You can buy it only here.
You can buy
Only here.
all of them?
They are so unique, yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Did you make some of these?
I do the embroidery.
You did the embroidery. Will you show me the embroidery? Show me the embroidery. Can people buy this online? If somebody sees this on YouTube, they can buy from you? You will send to them by post?
Not.
You will not. Look at this.
Dubrovnik traditional embroidery.
Uh-huh. Let me see.
This is back, and this is the right side.
This is the right side. That's the finished product.
Actually, this will be the finished product.
Let me see.
This embroidery is
Beautiful.
protected by UNESCO.
It's protected by UNESCO?
It's on the list of intangible cultural heritage.
Wonderful.
This embroidery is a part of our Dubrovnik costume.
Wonderful. Just beautiful.
This is that costume.
Are you from Dubrovnik?
Yes, I'm born here.
She was born here. Look at that. Wow. Just beautiful. Look at that. And then if embroidery is not your thing, you might want to get yourself some jewelry. Wow. Look at that. Okay, on with the tour. I have found my way to the harbor here in Dubrovnik. Look at how beautiful. Just like the postcards. You can see there's the wall up there. Well, I'm actually still on the wall, but just coming along by the harbor. See tour boats coming in. What a wonderful day to be walking these walls and sharing this with you. Just past the harbor, I come to this building here, which I would imagine to be a church. And I say that as I pan around, I can show you the tower there. I found my way just to the other side of the harbor. What a beautiful day. Looks like a yellow submarine is coming into the harbor. Interesting. Look at that. How does the song go? We all live in a yellow submarine? A yellow submarine? A yellow submarine? Something like that. All right. On with the tour of the wall. As I was walking along this stretch of the wall, I found myself thinking there's not too much to share. But then I started to think about how massive this wall is. And it's no wonder that this wall was impenetrable. Well, you know what I mean. They couldn't get through it in the Middle Ages. Look at this wall. Maybe I can get up and give you an idea as to how thick it is. Look at that. Gives you a nice view of it here as well. And just up a little bit is this view. Look at this. Rooftop after rooftop. It looks like I'm nearing the end of the tour, and I say that as I see this tower here that I recall seeing when I started the tour. So I'm gonna wrap up the tour here shortly, but before doing so, we'll go up and take a look from the top of the tower here. Look at that. So give you some perspective of the height of this tower here as I approach the stairs to take you up to the top. I've gotten more than my share of daily exercise on this excursion. That is for sure. I would be willing to bet that this is probably the highest spot along the wall to get a view of Old Town Dubrovnik. Just wonderful. Look at that. Just an incredible dream come true for me to be standing where I'm at right now. And where I'm standing, I believe would be like probably a guard tower or a lookout tower. Here I can share with you. You can see look at this. No shortage of graffiti. Maybe I should write on the wall, Skip Smith was here. That would be Skip Smith of the Villages was here. Maybe I get a spray paint, and just spray paint that somewhere on the wall. All right. And if I bring you outside, here's the top of the tower. And there's the same view. Alright folks, I hope you enjoyed this tour of the walls of Dubrovnik, and that you also get a chance to come here one day as well and visit this really, really special place.